chosen ones, God is warning you about someone with the initial J. Pay attention. My child, listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not small, and if you ignore these words, you may miss the protection, breakthrough, and peace I have been preparing for you. There is a reason your spirit has felt uneasy lately, and there is a reason certain moments have begun to expose hidden intentions around you. I am warning you about someone connected to the initial J, because I love you too much to allow confusion to blind your heart, while danger stands close to your path. Stay with me until the end, because this warning is also connected to your blessing, your next season, and the miracle that is closer than you realize. Type Amen if you trust God. My child, I have watched every tear you tried to hide from people who never understood your battles. I have seen the nights when you felt emotionally exhausted while still trying to smile in front of others. I know the pressure that has been sitting on your shoulders, and I know how deeply you have prayed for clarity. The person connected to this initial has carried an energy around you that has slowly affected your peace, your confidence, and your ability to rest. I did not bring you this far just to let hidden manipulation destroy the future I promised you. Do not scroll away from this moment, because heaven is trying to protect your heart before something painful fully unfolds. If this is touching your spirit already, take a moment to like the video so more chosen people can receive the warning and encouragement they desperately need today. My child, this person is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes the greatest danger comes wrapped in familiar words, fake kindness, and temporary support. You have tried to give chances because your heart naturally wants to believe the best in people. You have ignored small signs because you hoped things would improve, but I have been sending you quiet signals for many weeks, and deep inside, your spirit already knows something has not been right. There were moments when this person celebrated around you, but secretly envied your growth. There were conversations that left you drained, even though nothing openly negative was said. There were situations where confusion suddenly entered your mind after interacting with them. My child, that was not your imagination. I was allowing your discernment to awaken because I needed you to stop ignoring what your spirit kept trying to tell you. You are not weak for caring deeply about others. You are not foolish for wanting peace. Your compassion is beautiful in my eyes, but I need you to understand that not everyone standing near you has pure intentions toward your destiny. Some people admire your light while secretly resenting the favor I placed on your life. The person connected to this initial has been struggling internally because they cannot understand why. My hand remains on you despite every storm you survived. My child, I have called you chosen because you carry something uncommon. Your strength did not come from luck. Your survival did not happen by accident. There were attacks that should have destroyed your confidence, yet you kept standing. There were betrayals that should have hardened your heart, yet you still carried kindness. That is why darkness becomes uncomfortable around you. Your presence exposes hidden motives even when you say nothing at all. Type 777 if you believe God is protecting you. I know you have been asking me for confirmation. I know you have wondered why certain relationships suddenly feel heavy. The reason is because I am separating you from people who cannot go where I am taking you next. The season ahead requires peace, wisdom, and spiritual focus. You cannot carry hidden negativity into the place where I am about to bless you. Some connections must weaken so your spirit can become stronger again. Do not panic after hearing this warning. Fear is not from me. I am not speaking to terrify you. I am speaking to prepare you. The enemy wants you emotionally distracted, exhausted, and confused because your breakthrough is approaching faster than you think. There are doors preparing to open for you that no human being can stop. There are opportunities moving toward your life that will change your situation in ways you never imagined. But before those blessings fully arrive, I need your discernment awake. My child, stop telling everyone your plans too early. Stop exposing your dreams to people who secretly compete with you. Protect your peace during this season. Spend more time praying before reacting emotionally. Some conversations are traps designed to pull you into drama and discouragement. I need your focus connected to me instead of connected to constant emotional battles. You have already survived enough pain. You have already carried enough disappointment. I know there were times you cried privately because you felt misunderstood by people you loved deeply. Yet even during those moments, I stayed beside you. I never abandoned you while others walked away. I never stopped listening when your prayers became weak and exhausted. My presence has been covering you even when you felt alone. The person connected to this warning may try to return with emotional words, sudden kindness, or unexpected attention. Be careful not to confuse temporary emotion with genuine change. Pay attention to actions instead of promises. Pay attention to the atmosphere your spirit feels after interacting with them. I gave you wisdom for a reason. Do not silence it just because you fear disappointing someone. You are entering a season where your peace matters more than forced loyalty. I am teaching you that protecting your spirit is not selfish. Some people only appreciate your value after losing access to you. Some only notice your light after your distance exposes the darkness they carried inside themselves. But my child, you are no longer called to chase acceptance from people who repeatedly wound your heart. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. I am healing the emotional exhaustion you have been carrying. I am restoring the confidence that betrayal tried to steal from you. I am rebuilding your inner peace step by step. Even now, while you listen to these words, I am strengthening your spirit. I am reminding you that your future is still blessed despite every painful experience you faced recently. The person connected to the initial J has been carrying internal conflict for a long time. One side of them admires your strength, but another side struggles with jealousy and resentment. They watch how people naturally trust you. They notice how favor continues following you despite your hardships. They cannot fully understand why. My hand keeps lifting you after every setback. This hidden frustration has created spiritual tension around your connection with them. There were moments when they smiled in front of you while silently competing against you in their heart. You sensed the inconsistency, but tried to dismiss it because you wanted peace more than conflict. My child, discernment is not judgment. Recognizing unhealthy behavior does not make you hateful. I am teaching you that wisdom is necessary if you want to protect the calling placed upon your life. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. I know your heart becomes attached easily because you love deeply. You often see potential in people before they even see it in themselves. That kindness is beautiful, but it has also caused you pain. Some individuals have benefited from your loyalty while giving very little back to you emotionally. The person connected to this warning has taken your patience for granted many times. They expected you to remain available no matter how heavy their behavior became. My child, there were conversations where this person subtly planted doubt into your spirit. There were moments when your excitement about your future suddenly disappeared after speaking with them. That heaviness was not random. Negative energy can slowly wear down confidence when it remains around you long enough. I have been trying to awaken your spirit so you stop carrying emotional burdens that were never assigned to you. You have entered a sensitive spiritual season where your environment matters greatly. Every voice around you affects your focus, your peace, and your direction. That is why I need you to become more selective about who receives access to your private thoughts and dreams. Not every listener celebrates your future sincerely. Some gather information while secretly hoping your plans collapse before they succeed. My child, stop apologizing for creating distance when your spirit feels unsafe. Stop forcing yourself to remain in emotionally draining situations just to keep others comfortable. Peace is one of the ways I guide my children. When confusion, tension, and exhaustion constantly surround a relationship, pay attention carefully. I do not lead my people into constant emotional chaos. You are not imagining the strange shifts happening around you lately. I have been uncovering hidden motives one layer at a time. The truth is slowly rising to the surface because your next season cannot be built on unstable foundations. I know part of you still hopes this person will completely change. I know you want things to become easier, but I also know the tears you cried after repeatedly giving chances that were never respected. Type 2222 to receive miracles. My child, I am not asking you to become cold. I am asking you to become wiser. There is a difference between loving people and allowing them unrestricted access to your emotional well-being. You can pray for someone while still protecting your peace. You can care about someone without allowing their instability to destroy your spirit. Maturity sometimes means stepping back quietly instead of continuing painful cycles. The enemy has tried many times to distract you through emotional confusion because your destiny carries influence. There are blessings connected to your future that would shock you if you saw them fully right now. I have prepared opportunities, healing, restoration, and favor beyond what you currently understand. That is why spiritual attacks often increase before major breakthroughs. Darkness becomes aggressive when it senses transformation approaching. My child, you have survived attacks that nobody around you even noticed. There were silent battles inside your mind that nearly exhausted your hope. Some mornings you woke up carrying sadness you could not explain. Yet even during those difficult moments, I continued protecting you from dangers you never saw. I blocked situations that would have caused far greater pain than what you experienced already. The person connected to the initial J may soon attempt to pull you back emotionally through guilt, sympathy, or sudden vulnerability. They may act differently for a short season because they sense your distance growing stronger. But I need you to watch carefully instead of responding too quickly. Temporary emotion is not the same as transformed character. Time always reveals what words try to hide. My child, stop believing you must save everyone. That burden was never placed upon your shoulders. Some people only change after facing the consequences of their own actions. You cannot heal someone who refuses accountability. You cannot force honesty into a heart that still hides manipulation. Your responsibility is to remain connected to me while allowing truth to reveal itself naturally. I know loneliness has been difficult for you recently. There were nights when silence felt heavier than noise. There were moments when you questioned whether anyone truly understood your heart. But isolation is not your permanent future. I am separating you from unhealthy connections, so healthier ones can enter your life at the right time. Empty space often appears before divine replacement arrives. My child, your kindness was never weakness. Your loyalty was never foolishness. The problem was never your loving heart. The problem was allowing people with unstable intentions to remain too close for too long. I am correcting that now because I refuse to let repeated betrayal harden the beautiful spirit I created inside you. You are stepping into a season where clarity will replace confusion. Things that once felt uncertain will suddenly become obvious. Conversations will expose hidden motives. Actions will reveal true intentions. Situations that once kept you emotionally trapped will begin losing their control over your mind. This is not because you became bitter. It is because I am strengthening your discernment. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies, not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. My child, continue praying even when answers seem delayed. Continue trusting me even when emotions feel heavy. I am still directing your steps behind the scenes. Every painful lesson from your past is becoming wisdom for your future. Every disappointment is teaching you how to recognize healthier connections moving forward. Do not fear the separation happening around you right now. Some doors must close so greater doors can open. Some people must leave your path so peace can finally enter your spirit again. The warning I gave you is part of your protection, not your destruction. I am pulling you away from emotional traps because your future matters too much for me to stay silent. I need you to understand that every connection in your life either pulls you closer to peace or deeper into confusion. The people closest to you affect your emotional strength more than you realize. There were times when you ignored your intuition because you wanted harmony. You kept convincing yourself that things would improve if you just stayed patient a little longer. But patience without wisdom can become self-destruction. I never asked you to sacrifice your peace just to maintain unhealthy relationships. I created your heart for love, not constant emotional survival. The reason I am speaking so directly now is because your future is standing at an important turning point. Decisions made during this season will affect the next chapter of your life deeply. The enemy knows your breakthrough is approaching, so distractions and emotional confusion have intensified around you. Not every attack comes through obvious darkness. Some attacks arrive through emotionally draining people who slowly weaken your confidence and steal your focus over time. Type 1111 if you believe God is guiding your steps. My child, I know part of you still feels emotionally tied to this person. Memories can create strong attachments even when the relationship itself becomes unhealthy. You remember moments when they made you feel seen, appreciated, or understood. Those moments were real, but they do not erase the pain that followed afterward. You cannot build your future only on occasional kindness while ignoring repeated emotional damage. I want you to pay attention to patterns instead of isolated moments. Patterns reveal truth more clearly than temporary emotions. This person has repeatedly shown inconsistency, instability, and hidden resentment. They may apologize sincerely one moment and return to harmful behavior shortly afterward. That cycle has drained your energy for far too long. My child, some people become uncomfortable when they cannot control your emotions anymore. They notice when your confidence grows stronger. They feel uneasy when your dependence on their approval begins disappearing. The person connected to this warning has sensed your spiritual growth, and that shift has unsettled them internally. Your healing threatens unhealthy dynamics because healed people stop tolerating what once broke them. You have spent too much time doubting yourself because of the opinions and reactions of others. I never intended for your identity to depend on unstable human validation. Your worth was established by me long before anyone entered your life. No rejection can cancel the purpose I placed upon you. No betrayal can remove the favor covering your future. My child, there is also something else I need you to understand carefully. Not everyone who hurts you is fully aware of the damage they cause. Some people carry unresolved pain that spills into every relationship around them. The person connected to the initial J has their own inner battles, fears, and insecurities. But compassion does not mean allowing repeated harm to continue unchecked. You can pray for someone while still maintaining healthy distance. There were moments recently when your spirit felt heavy for no clear reason. You tried distracting yourself. You tried ignoring the feeling, yet the heaviness remained because your discernment was reacting to spiritual imbalance around you. I designed your spirit to sense danger before your mind fully understands it. Stop dismissing what your inner peace has been trying to communicate. Type yes to receive God's protection. My child, the coming days will bring more clarity than confusion. Conversations that once felt uncertain will suddenly make sense. Hidden intentions will become visible through actions, attitudes, and unexpected situations. You will no longer feel trapped in emotional guessing games. I am removing the fog because your next season requires confidence and clear direction. Do not become bitter because of what you discover. Bitterness poisons the heart of the person carrying it. I want you free, peaceful, and emotionally whole again. Forgiveness does not mean pretending nothing happened. Forgiveness means refusing to let pain control your future. You can release anger while still learning from the experience. The enemy hoped these emotional battles would completely distract you from your calling. He wanted you exhausted, insecure, and spiritually disconnected. But I kept preserving you even during your weakest moments. I strengthened you quietly when nobody else noticed your suffering. Every time you thought you would emotionally collapse, my hand held you together. My child, there are blessings already moving toward you behind the scenes. New opportunities are being arranged in places you cannot yet see. Certain delays in your life were actually forms of protection. Had some doors opened earlier, unhealthy people would have gained access to things they were never meant to touch. Timing matters greatly, and my timing has been shielding your future all along. You are about to enter a season where your peace will feel different. The constant emotional pressure you carried for months will begin lifting slowly. Your mind will become clearer. Your sleep will improve. Your confidence will return stronger than before. This is because I am separating you from emotional chaos and reconnecting you to stability. My child, stop fearing loneliness so much that you tolerate mistreatment. Temporary loneliness heals faster than ongoing emotional damage. I know your heart longs for connection, but I also know how deeply repeated disappointment has wounded you. That pain will not define the rest of your story. Healing is already beginning inside, places you thought would remain broken forever. The person connected to this warning may attempt to reappear unexpectedly when they sense your distance increasing. They may speak emotionally. They may remind you of shared memories. They may even promise change again. Listen carefully to me during those moments. Do not allow guilt to overpower wisdom. Real transformation reveals itself consistently over time, not only during moments of fear or desperation. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. My child, I have called you to walk in discernment because your destiny matters. You are not ordinary, even if people treated you as though you were invisible. There is a reason you survived situations that nearly destroyed others emotionally. There is a reason your heart still carries compassion after betrayal. My strength has been working inside you this entire time. You have cried enough tears over people who failed to value your heart properly. You have questioned your worth long enough. Now, I am teaching you to see yourself through my eyes instead of through rejection and disappointment. You are chosen. You are deeply loved. You are protected even during seasons that feel uncertain. Do not rush ahead anxiously trying to control every outcome. Let me guide your steps one day at a time. I know what conversations need to happen. I know what truths need to surface. I know who belongs in your future and who cannot continue into the next chapter with you. Trust my process even when separation feels painful initially. My child, there are faithful people still coming into your life. Do not believe the lie that everyone carries hidden motives. I am preparing relationships filled with honesty, support, peace, and mutual respect. Healthy connections do exist, and you will recognize them more clearly after everything this season has taught you. I know you wanted to believe the best, but there comes a moment when truth must become more important than comfort. I am bringing you into that moment now because your peace cannot survive much longer inside confusion. You have noticed the inconsistency already. Some days this person feels supportive, and other days they create heaviness around your life without explanation. That inconsistency has slowly damaged your emotional stability. One moment you feel encouraged, and the next moment you feel drained, uncertain, or emotionally exhausted. My child, stable love does not constantly leave your spirit in confusion. Healthy relationships do not repeatedly destroy your inner peace. There were moments when you defended this person, even while your heart quietly felt wounded by them. You kept making excuses because you feared losing the connection completely. But I did not create you to survive on emotional crumbs while giving away your whole heart in return. Your spirit deserves peace, honesty, and safety. I am reminding you of that now because you have forgotten your value while trying to preserve unstable relationships. Type 1010 to receive blessings. My child, there are conversations this person has had about you that would deeply disappoint your heart if you heard them fully. I am not revealing this to create bitterness inside you. I am revealing it because I need you to stop placing blind trust where wisdom is required. Not everyone who smiles with you privately honors your name when you are absent. Some people speak support publicly while carrying hidden resentment internally. The enemy has tried to use this emotional situation to weaken your confidence. That is why you have felt more self-doubtful recently. Small criticisms began affecting you more deeply than before. You started questioning your worth, your purpose, and even your future. My child, those thoughts did not come from me. I have never spoken failure over your life. I have never called you worthless or unwanted. Those lies were born from emotional wounds and spiritual pressure. I need you to remember who you are. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not too broken for restoration. I chose you long before pain entered your story. I stayed with you through every betrayal, every disappointment, and every silent battle. Even when people misunderstood you, I understood your heart completely. The person connected to this warning has been struggling internally because they see changes happening within you. Your spirit is becoming stronger. Your dependence on their approval is weakening. You are slowly awakening to your value, and that shift threatens unhealthy control. Some individuals become uncomfortable when they realize they can no longer manipulate your emotions easily. They sense distance growing, and they fear losing access to the version of you that tolerated mistreatment quietly. My child, stop blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong in relationships. You have carried responsibility for problems that were never yours to carry. You apologized for things you did not cause. You stayed silent to keep peace while your own heart suffered privately. That cycle ends now. I am teaching you that love should not require the destruction of your emotional well-being. Type Amen if you believe God is healing your heart. I know there are moments when loneliness tempts you to reconnect with unhealthy people simply because familiar pain feels easier than unfamiliar silence. But I need you to trust me during this transition. Separation often feels uncomfortable before healing fully begins. Empty spaces can feel frightening at first, especially when you became emotionally attached to chaos without realizing it. Yet peace cannot enter fully until confusion loses its place inside your life. My child, the coming season will reveal who truly values your presence and who only valued your availability. There is a difference. Genuine people respect your boundaries, your peace, and your emotional health. Manipulative people become angry when access to you changes. Watch carefully how individuals respond when you begin protecting your spirit. Reactions reveal hidden intentions more clearly than words ever can. You are entering a period where your discernment will sharpen strongly. Small details will suddenly stand out to you. You will notice inconsistencies you once ignored. You will sense atmospheres more clearly. I am increasing your spiritual awareness because your future requires wisdom. The blessings ahead are too significant for you to remain emotionally blind. The person connected to the initial J may soon experience consequences from their own choices. Do not celebrate their downfall if it happens. Maintain compassion while keeping healthy distance. I did not call you to become revengeful. I called you to remain faithful, wise, and spiritually grounded. Let me handle justice while you focus on healing. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. My child, you have spent too much time grieving relationships that never carried the stability your soul truly needed. You became emotionally exhausted, trying to rescue connections that kept breaking repeatedly. But healing begins when you stop fighting harder for people than they fight for you. I never intended for your life to revolve around constant emotional survival. There are new beginnings preparing to enter your story. I know it may feel difficult to believe that right now, because your heart still carries bruises from disappointment, but I am already arranging divine connections ahead of you. There are people coming who will not compete with your light. They will not secretly resent your growth. They will celebrate your healing sincerely because their hearts will carry peace instead of hidden jealousy. My child, I also need you to stop ignoring your own exhaustion. You have poured energy into everyone else while neglecting your own emotional recovery. Spend quiet time with me again. Let your spirit breathe. Rest from constant emotional pressure. You do not need to solve every situation immediately. Some answers arrive only after the mind becomes calm enough to hear clearly. You are stronger than you realize. The fact that you survived everything already proves my strength inside you. There were moments when you thought your heart would never recover from betrayal. There were nights when sadness felt unbearable. Yet you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still moving forward despite every attack meant to stop you. The enemy underestimated the resilience I placed inside your spirit. He thought repeated disappointment would destroy your faith completely. He thought emotional wounds would silence your purpose. But I have continued restoring you quietly behind the scenes. Every painful lesson has been preparing you for a wiser and stronger future. My child, stop fearing what people think about your boundaries. Some individuals only call you difficult after they lose the ability to control you. Protecting your peace is not selfish. Walking away from repeated emotional harm is not cruelty. Wisdom sometimes looks like distance. Healing sometimes requires separation. I know your heart still carries questions about why certain people entered your life at all. Trust me when I tell you that no pain was wasted. Every difficult experience taught you something necessary about discernment, strength, and self-worth. Even this warning about the person connected to Jay is becoming part of your spiritual growth. What once wounded you deeply will eventually become wisdom that protects your future relationships. You have already noticed how different you feel lately. Things that once seemed normal now disturb your spirit deeply. Conversations that once felt harmless now leave you emotionally drained afterward. That shift is not random. I am opening your spiritual eyes wider because your future requires greater discernment than before. You cannot carry old blindness into the season I am bringing you toward. The person connected to this warning has become accustomed to your patience. They assumed you would continue overlooking patterns that repeatedly wounded your heart. They believed your kindness meant unlimited tolerance. But I am teaching you the difference between mercy and self-abandonment. You can remain loving without allowing someone to repeatedly damage your peace. Type 777 if you trust God's timing. My child, I know there are moments when you question whether you are overthinking everything. You replay conversations in your mind, trying to convince yourself that maybe things are not as serious as they feel. But deep within your spirit, you already know the truth.